is on her, and her economy is
yes, and benefit the community.
So that's why when it comes to the women, I would be saying this one, that we are very much committed, and we are waiting for the government of Guatemala to tell us when they would be signing the document which would enable me to directly work with the authorities. Here I would be saying, as we are looking at the how we would be reaching out to the women. We are, as I'm from a medical background profession. We have some friends, Indian doctors working in America, and at the end of this month, 26, 27, we are getting 10 to 12 Indian doctors from America who would be coming and giving the free treatment in Santa Rosa and that areas. So they would 2 days we are organizing the camps. We had organized similar camps for eye operations in Peten region. So what I'm trying to say here is that we would be very much happy to work with the grassroots level, and the gynecologists who are coming from USA, that they would be doing the PAP test. Basically we know this one, that is indigenous ladies, they may not be getting the access. But for us, what is important is that would be very much helpful for us to reach out to the people of Guatemala. And here I would be saying, in addition to we handed over 1 million tablets of different medicines, 3 medicines, so which would be catering to tuberculosis, diabetes, and other related diseases. We have handed over the medicines. In fact, we are offering the government of Guatemala. Once we had gone to the patent areas, but where we saw a lot of amputees because of the diabetes, and we have offered the government of Guatemala, we would be very much happy to provide 650 prosthetic limbs, and we would be getting our people to come here, take the measurement, do the tailor-made, give the training, and so that what happens is that the 650 people would be getting the prosthetic limbs. So to answer your question, I would be saying, and it is our effort to reach out to the people of Guatemala, and when it comes to the indigenous community, we would be very much happy to work with. In fact, yesterday some mayors and the congressmen had come, and they would like me to work in those areas where there are more than 98% of the indigenous community. And I agreed that we would be very much happy to work with them for a water project. So it gives me pride to say that we would be very much happy to work with the people of Guatemala for their betterment, and wherever we have the technology, we would be very much happy to share with the government of Guatemala.
That surprised me. But when you do speak to technical or educational cooperation, the initiative between India and Guatemala, it's important thing for you, for the community in Guatemala. It's educational, technical, for people, women.
Okay. So now let me put it in different perspectives. So we would be very much happy to work in the educational sector. And I have a meeting with the Minister for Education, wherein we would be discussing what India can do in the education sector. Number one, we have proposed to the government of Guatemala that we would be very much happy to have a number one institute of India have a branch office here in Guatemala. We have a Indian Institute of Technology. It is a number one in the world. I would not be saying number one in the world, but number one in India. But just anybody who is passing out and coming to USA is basically given on a platter, because 30% of the engineers in USA would be seen from Indian origin or India. So that's why anybody who is passing out, they would be going to USA. So we would be very much happy to have the IIT opening here, number one. Number two, as I mentioned, that we have a barefoot college where we are giving the training to the ladies. Number three, we would be very much happy to give $1 million. In fact, I have not announced this one because it would be a discussion. We have given $1 million through UNICEF to government of El Salvador. As I am responsible for El Salvador and Honduras also, I have given $1 million to El Salvador for the distance education program. The students who are dropped out and because of they don't have the access to the formal education and therefore they are not going to school, we are giving the tablets, and we have developed the server, and through distance education we are reaching out to those people who have not who sent their kids to the formal education, and we have given $1 million in El Salvador. And today, in fact, in the afternoon, I would be taking the review meeting with UNICEF, because through UNICEF we have given the money. A similar project we would be talking about implementing here in Guatemala, and here also we are speaking that as school would be requiring the telemedicine, that as we have expertise in the telemedicine sector also, we are offering that assistance of providing telemedicine services for the kids who need the access to healthcare. So education, as I mentioned to you, that education is a prime, or education is the focus area for us, and it is a prime pillar for us to further the bilateral relationship. And having said this one, that we have different scholarships also. So we would be very much happy that if the Guatemalans or the students would be looking for going to India to have undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD, full scholarships we would be giving. I know that we have little bit difficulties of language, because here people are very much focused speaking in Spanish language, and we speak English language. So that's why we are unable to promote our education system here, but that is not a barrier. We see that the people would be understanding that despite the geographical distance, still in last year 2 people had gone. So we would be very much happy to promote our scholarship system, and in fact we also provide the short-term training programs under ITEC, India Technological Economical Cooperation under ITEC, and I am very much happy that so far we have already sent 300 people from Guatemala to India to get the training and come back. So as I mentioned earlier, that education is a strong pillar in our bilateral relationship. We would be very much happy to work in the education sector. Last year also, in fact, we had, I think, distributed close to 200 computers and laptops. Some of our companies had given the laptops and the computers. We had given to the different schools, and we would be very much happy to work in the education sector. And that is one focus area for me. And I have identified 5 areas to work here in Guatemala, that I have coined the term called SPEED: supply chain management, pharmaceutical, education, energy, and digital. So that's we would be very much happy. We would be very much happy to work in these 5 areas with the government of Guatemala.
Yes, and I'm stayed and celebrate for the Holi. And question for you is, how does the embassy facilitate the cultural exchange between India and Guatemala?
It is an important question. I always complain to Guatemalans. I said this one, that boss, so we Indian embassy is organizing the event. Why are you not organizing the similar event in India?
Mm-hmm.
And here I would be saying, last year we had agreed that we would be taking a marimba team, and we had agreed that anything that is required in India, everything would be organized by us. But despite that, yes, I admire that the Guatemala would like to promote its culture in different other countries, but India is too far. But when we would be taking care, or we would be taking the responsibility of the arranging the logistic part there in India, and some of the financial help we would be giving, why would not Guatemala take the advantage? So, but here I would be saying, rather than complaining, I would be very much happy to take it forward. And I have been organizing the several events, so particularly where a lot of enthusiastic Guatemalans participate. Holi, you have witnessed, in fact, close to 700-800 people had come and participated. They enjoyed, and they enjoyed this one, and I would be very much happy to convey my sincere thanks and gratitude to the Indian community, because it is an Indian festival, and an Indian community giving the space to the Guatemalans to come and enjoy. And in fact, one of the Indian community had given us the 1,000 T-shirts.
Yes.
That shows this one, that the way they are embracing their Guatemalan friends. Yes, we would be very much happy to encourage people-to-people connections, participations, and we would be continuing to promote. We would be continuing to see how Indian culture and Guatemalan culture can be brought together, so that both the countries' people would be enjoying each other's culture.
Yes.
And here I would like to add this one, that one day I read in a newspaper that one Guatemalan lady has opened a Guatemalan restaurant in India. So that's why I said that now the Guatemalan food has gone to India, and I would like to see who is eating there. So yes, I think the people will be appreciating that. Lot of cultural similarities are there, and in fact, whenever I go to the indigenous community, whenever I attend their events, I see the similarities between how we pray in front of our God, and some of the dress similarities, and that is there. And I would be very much happy to promote the Indian and Guatemalan culture in Indian culture here, and Guatemalan culture in India.
Oh, it's beautiful. I like you stay for this day, the other people, you know, go for the office, or you stay with the people all the time. Thank you for this.